everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're gonna be making some oven fried chicken. So is there a substitution for the real thing? I don't know, we'll try it and see. So I'm just seasoning my flour. I'm adding a little bit of salt, pepper, some garlic powder, some onion powder, and I'm just seasoning and sprinkling and mixing everything together. So I'm just going to give this a nice little stir, and we're going to set up a couple of dredging stations. We're going to go from the flour, we're going to go to the egg mixture, and then if you want an added crunch, if you've got Italian breadcrumbs on hand, that gives it an added crunch. Also, if you've got chicken breader, you could use that in place of the seasoned flour. So I'm going to start with 2 eggs, and then I'm going to add a splash of hot sauce to give it just a tad bit of a kick. But again, you can make this recipe your own. So I'm just going to combine the hot sauce with my 2 eggs. And once I have that well beaten and combined, I think we're almost ready to start. Now, a couple of things are key here. You want to make sure your chicken is dry. You want to make sure that you pat your chicken dry, because that has a huge impact on the way it ultimately turns out. And I'm just showing you some Italian breadcrumbs. But again, this step is not necessary. But if you want it extra crunchy, you can add that as a third step. I've also got my oven preheating at 375 degrees. So now that I've got everything set up, I'm ready to get started. I also will give you another tip. It's good if you could let your chicken sit for a while before you put it in the pan. So let's get started with this first piece of chicken. Now, depending on the type of chicken you use, it's going to determine how long you cook it and how often you rotate it. So I have a chicken leg. As you can see, it's kind of rounded. So you're going to want to rotate this so that it doesn't overcook on any one side. But if you had like a flat, like maybe a chicken thigh, you would only want to rotate it once. So I'm going to start by adding that in the seasoned flour, and then we'll come over to the egg and hot sauce mixture, and we'll go ahead and get that nice and wet. And then after we do that, we're going to go to the final station, which is the Italian breadcrumbs. Now, if you don't have breadcrumbs, you can start out with the egg and then go to the flour in the reverse order, and then you would skip this step completely. So we're just going to add this extra crunch to the chicken leg on all sides, and then we're going to add this to our baking pan. Now for the baking pan, I'm going to spray it with nonstick cooking spray. I already have it sprayed and coated because I don't want this to stick. And then I have a 1/2 cup of oil. So I'm just going to drizzle that in the pan, and then I will pick up my pan and just kind of move it around so that all parts of this surface are evenly coated with the oil. And then from there, once your chicken is done sitting, you can start placing it in your pan. Okay, this looks really good. So it's set and ready for the chicken. So I'm going to line the pan with the chicken, and then we'll head over to the oven. The oven has already beeped, which means it's preheated. And I'm going to put the chicken legs in the oven, and then we will rotate these. I'm going to rotate these throughout, but it's going to be a total cooking time of 1 hour. So whether you're cooking chicken legs or chicken thighs, a total of 1 hour bone in will be fine. Remember, with chicken thighs, you would only rotate them once. You'd flip them over, but with chicken legs, you'll want to turn them so that all sides crisp up nice and evenly. So that's it. We're going to be having this with some Texas toast and okra. So thank y'all so much for watching. This dish turned out really good. It's a nice replacement for fried chicken. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not done so already to join the YouTube family here. Turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss a video from me. And I will, of course, talk to you in the next video. Bye for now.